Hi guys, Lauren here from the Ultimate Business Propeller, and today I'm going to share with you how I managed to be featured inside a magazine that had Oprah on the front cover. Now, when I first started building my personal brand, I looked at all the different ways that I could get my brand out there. Now, I'd worked in the advertising industry for many, many years, and I knew all about broadcasting, I knew about media buying, I knew about placement, and more importantly, affiliating yourself with the right brands and that association that you can get when you are aligned with other personal brands, and the importance of using that to grow your credibility. So I subscribed to lots of different places that would send me opportunities that came up to get my brand out there. There were lists I got myself onto, there were databases that sent out things like media calls, they sent out opportunities to become a speaker, they sent out opportunities to be a podcast guest or to blog about something and to be a guest blogger. And I subscribed to all these different places, and they would come into my inbox and I'd look through them on a very regular basis. When I'm building my brand, it was so important that I was on top of it. Because these opportunities are time specific and they come up and they go again very quickly. The deadlines are very fast. So I knew about the high-paced, frantic world of advertising, and that's why I did this. So I just thought, of course, that everybody does that. Everybody in the world knows exactly how to not only package their brand, but get it out there. And I did it for myself and thought, well, surely everybody else knows to do this, to go ahead, subscribe to all these different places, get notified, react very quickly and get yourself out there. Of course, little did I know that not everybody knows how to do that. And what's worse is when you get an inbox that's flooded with emails, everything disappears and you miss those opportunities. So that's why I created the Weekly Rocket. And I still get those affiliations, I still get those emails, I still get those subscriptions through. But instead of just using them for me to rocket launch my brand, I'm using them for you. So I'm looking for specific opportunities to help professional service providers, people who need to stand out from the crowd, where there's lots of competition. You've got to really stand out above the noise, and you need to position yourself in the marketplace, but more importantly, get yourself out there to really do it quickly and do it easily. So it's a once a week email that arrives in your inbox, and it is jam-packed with brand building opportunities. So that might be a speaking gig that's looking for financial experts. It might be a podcast guest that's wanted to talk about wellness. It might be a personal trainer that a journalist is looking for someone to talk about performance or nutrition, or it could be anything to do with a professional service, real estate agents, interior designers, anything that you could possibly think of in terms of providing a professional service. There are people out there looking for you. So these are international opportunities as well. Yes, I'm based in Australia at the moment at the recording of this video, but I've subscribed to international opportunities, and they're looking for people all around the world who are experts in their field that can speak with authority on particular topics. It might even be an opportunity for you to sponsor something or be a joint venture partner or put your branding sample or something into a goodie bag that gets right in front of your ideal audience. There's loads and loads of different ways you can build your brand, but I keep it really specific. Just once a week, maybe 10 or 12 opportunities I list in there. What you do is this. Number one, just make sure you subscribe to the Weekly Rocket. So do that first. There'll be a link below this video. Go and subscribe to the Weekly Rocket first of all. You'll immediately get a couple of really cool opportunities I know are there for professional service providers, and then you'll get every Wednesday the Weekly Rocket arriving in your inbox. Make sure you flag the email address that you get the Weekly Rocket from is not going into your spam box. We don't want the Weekly Rocket getting lost in the black hole of your trash folder. So make sure that you tag it and you include it as a safe email to make sure that you never miss an opportunity. So second move, make sure that email is going in the right email box in your browser, whatever you're using, Gmail, Outlook, whatever you use, make sure you've tagged the email address. Next, keep an eye out for that Weekly Rocket. It normally lifts off on a Wednesday morning, sometimes a little bit later if there's some special stuff we're wanting to pack in at the last minute, but Wednesday it arrives, leaves the launch pad and arrives in your inbox. So make sure you're aware of the fact that it's going to come in. Mark it as important and make sure you have a quick scan of it straight away, because as I say, some deadlines, they're going to come and go really fast. So, and they might be deadlines like this for you to get in a magazine with Oprah on the front cover, to be in this magazine. They might be opportunities for you to be interviewed on shows like Brand Wrecking TV. They might be extraordinary, and if you miss them, if you miss that deadline, then unfortunately you just don't get that chance. So make sure that you check your inbox on a Wednesday for the Weekly Rocket, scan through it, make a note of the ones that are perfect for you, and then make sure you react to them quickly. Type out your bio, type out a little bit of a story about you, have it sitting there on your laptop or on your computer so that you can just copy and paste it into the response. You can get it out there, you can send through your application to be a guest on a show or whatever it is, and do it quickly. Make sure you put in a great headshot, make sure you talk about what the person's going to get. Don't talk all about who you are and what you do and all the rest of it. Make sure you put in there what's the value that you're going to deliver for their audience, for their guests, for their magazine readership. Make sure you target it at them, and then make sure that you follow that up. Send it off, make sure it's arrived, get it there, send off another email if you need to. Make sure that that podcast that you're looking to get on really knows that you're there to help them. So next step from there is not to give up. Now, I've spoken to a few people who get the Weekly Rocket and they said, look, I tried once or twice, didn't get any response from it, and I haven't done it since. It's really, really important that you keep going. It might not be the first or second time that you send information out there. It might be the 5th or 6th or 12th time, but it will happen. You just need to be consistent and keep out there with your personal brand. So that's how I got into CEO Magazine. Thank you guys so much, CEO Magazine, for sending this to me. It's awesome, with the lovely Oprah Winfrey on the front cover, one of my personal branding idols. And to be in here in an article, I didn't pay for this, guys. I paid nothing to be in this magazine. That's the joy and the pleasure of publicity, which my good friend Annette Densham will tell you about all the time, that publicity is awesome for your brand. But here's the article that I'm in. I get a whole section down here. This is all me. So that's how you can get yourself in a magazine with Oprah on the front cover. Please make sure you subscribe at least to the Weekly Rocket and make the most of those opportunities. Get yourself out there, because you have the most amazing gifts and talents and expertise that the world needs, and you do deserve to be well known, well paid and wanted. I'll see you in the next Weekly Rocket.